Salut mes amis, comment ça va? Anyway, today I'm gonna be doing an album review of The Shadow Side by Andy Black. It's his new solo album that just came out on 6th May 2016. And yeah, let's start. I'll go song by song and then I'll do a full album review at the end and really let, you know, see if it's a good album or not, in my opinion anyway. Alright, so Homecoming King. It started off with an interesting introduction. I love how the song builds up with the drums. Oh my god, the vocals are so good. Oh my god, Andy's fucking vocals throughout this whole fucking album are just, spot on. I love the harmonies. I love like the ambient sounds in the background, how they fade in and out and everything. They had violins, that was really cool. The lyrics throughout this album, not just song, but just the song, but the lyrics and all were just fucking fantastic. Um, I don't like Julia Sims, and she did some harmonies in this, and I didn't like that because she's fucking mean. I met her in person; she was really fucking mean to me. Um, I love the steady build up throughout the whole song, and I thought it was great. They had this little section where like they started doing this like bells and shit like that, and it just sounded way too much like that stupid Panic at the Disco song, and I hate Panic at the Disco. They had a saxophone solo. I think Andy said it was from the guy from Less Than Jake, where he did saxophone, and that was fucking, oh, it was so great. And then by the end of the song had just completely changed, and I love that. We Don't Have to Dance, and I like that song. We Don't Have to Dance. I like the drums and the static at the beginning of the song, and I like how the intro is really snappy and just got straight to the into the vocals and everything. I thought the lyrics were super funny. Steve Miller Band, Tattooed Necks and Tattoo Hands, talking about how he hates how people play the Joker at parties on acoustic guitar and how people only get tattoos on their hands and neck. Um, Chorus and pre-chorus were so powerful, and they were like, "Holy fuck, I gotta listen to this song." As soon as I heard it, I remember it. Um, it's definitely one of the best songs on the album, but it's very, very standard and song structure. They didn't play with it too much. And Andy talked about how he wanted to do like 80s and 90s like horror rock influences, like gothic rock and stuff like that, influenced in this album. This definitely caught the essence of that. Really cool guitar solo. I like that a lot. And I like it when the instruments stop at the end of the song and then Andy just sings by himself. And I thought that was super cool. Ribcage, and I like that song. Ribcage, I didn't like this song. It had a cool intro, it was really eerie sounding in the intro. Um, and then with the chorus, the whole tone of the song just completely changes with the chorus. Um, and I was so fucking annoyed because it wouldn't quit saying nothing, there's nothing in the cage of my rib cage. It said cage and rib cage over and over again, and it's like, shut up. And I thought it was really annoying. The song structure was so basic and it was predictable. I called it out the whole time. I really don't like this song. It's not a bad song. I can see why other people like it. I just don't personally like this. But I did like at the end of the song how it changed up a bit. So that was cool. And I really didn't want to hear the whole song. I kind of wanted to change it, like with like a minute left. But anyway, Stay Alive. I like this song. I like the shouting at the beginning where it's like that kind of thing. I thought it was cool. The drum fills, the drums really just outdid themselves on this song. The guitars were definitely there. This was a lot less electronic based and a lot more guitars. Great chorus, drums. Like I said, were fucking bitching in this song. Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio, now Blink 182, fucking did a spectacular job. And it feels like he's a guest on the album. It's not like he's taking the spotlight from Andy on this song because he's really famous and everything. So it did feel like it was still Andy's song. It's just he did a great job, and it still had a predictable song structure. I mean, what are you gonna do? And I still found it super super catchy. So I like that song. Love Was Meant to Break. I like the lyrics a lot. Um, I like it that it's slower because the songs before it are all fast and it's a good change in tempo. Synthesizers and whatever it was, the electronic stuff were just really annoying. The song really had a lot of emotion, you could tell behind it. It did make me smile. It made me smile. I really loved this song. It really evoked my emotions, and I liked it how it wasn't overly long, where it just like maybe kept on repeating a hook over and over again. So it was good timing for the song. Beautiful Pain. I love this song. It's about Chris Hawley and how his friend that friend of Ask Alexandria as well that died, and it's a sad song. I love the piano at the beginning. But I liked that since it had like a really sad message, that it was an upbeat song. It wasn't just a really depressing song. The guitars are good. I liked how the song changed in the end, and I won't mention the predictable song structure because that's a reoccurring theme. Just yeah, this album isn't very good with song structure. It's just copy paste. Put the Gun Down. Really love this song. I like the strings at the beginning. This is another emotional song. I love the lyrics. Huge chorus with the cymbal crash. It just and then like huge fucking chorus. It was great. I love the like towards the end he's like breathing heavily into the mic and stuff. That was really cool, and it had an acoustic guitar into the song, so I thought that was pretty cool as well. And Drown Me Out. I love this song as well. Most of these songs are good on this album. I love the first lyrics. Another morning breaks, the shadow side of me. I was like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, holy shit. That's where he got his album title from. I mean, it's a good song. I love the chorus, but once again, Juliet Sims is on it, and she's fucking mean, so I didn't like that aspect of the song. Paint It Black, this song sucks. It's honestly one of the worst songs on this whole album. Paint It Black it's just not good. It was very uninteresting. It was same shit that they've been doing the whole album, except there's absolutely anything exciting about this song. And I couldn't even listen to it. I got through like halfway and I'm like, I gotta change it. I can't take it. So I hated that song. Break Your Halo. Really love this song as well. Cool piano at the beginning. Reminds me of Pink Floyd actually a little bit. They had like another dance beat for the chorus and that was annoying. But I actually did like the chorus, the way it sounded and everything, but the beat for it was just annoying. I really felt this was a relaxing song, and I love how it changes throughout, and it's just not, predictable. And like I wrote here, I said, breaks the predictable song streak. So, they really did something different with this song, so I appreciate that. Louder Than Your Love sounds like a pop punk song. This is more of a rock-oriented song than like pop. I like the sound of the song. The lyrics are great. Chorus is great. I really love this song, and but honestly, it sounds like it should be the last song of the album, and it's not. There's 13 songs on this album, and that's not really needed. So I wish this was the last song on the album. Not predictable song structure. I love how the song completely changes from the beginning to end, and it really sounds like Andy's having a fun time singing this song. So I really, really love that song. Broken Pieces, another song with piano intro. It's like, you did this for like 4 other songs. Think of something different, because the piano just becomes, where it was once cool, and it just becomes, it's overkill. This is the worst song on the album. It's got to be actually a tie between Broken Pieces and Paint It Black. I hate both songs. And I didn't even listen to the whole thing. I just changed it. It just sucks. There's nothing interesting about it. And I didn't like that song. The last song, The Void, I can see where it's needed on the album. I just didn't like that song. Another fucking piano intro. It's like, do something different. Quit copy pasting. I wanted this song to be slow, but it's sped up. Like, they start with a really slow intro and then they speed it up. And it's like, I just want a song where it's slow all the way through. And that didn't happen. The drums actually did phenomenal on this song again. And I think this song honestly does belong on the record because it closes out the album like really really well. And you know, it's not a very good song, but still it belongs there. But honestly, like I said, it's not really that great of a song. I just wanted it to be over. And Juliet Sims, once again, I will say this every time that she appears on this album. I fucking hate Juliet Sims. I met her at Warped Tour once, and she was so mean to me. And it's like, I don't even know. But at the end, you know, it just goes to Andy, and there's just strings at the end, and I thought it was great. So it had interesting elements, but overall this song wasn't very good, but it does belong on the album. Alright, so that was the full album review, or yeah, I'm sorry, that was song by song album review, and now I'm going to move on to the full album review. So this is a full album review of the Andy Black record, The Shadow Side. I'm going to go through all the elements of the album and all the aspects of it and just discuss it. And then I'm going to give a rating at the end to wrap up really how I feel about this album and everything. And yeah, so I'll start. The way this album opened up with Homecoming King, I thought was spot on, super great, loved it. Homecoming King is definitely the best song on the record. And then the 3 songs after it, We Don't Have to Dance, Ribcage, then Stay Alive, 3 consecutive singles. It's weird because when the singles are immersed in the actual album, completely different vibe from all 3, because usually when you listen to an album in its entirety, you know, the singles stick out like a sore thumb and you don't want to hear the singles. Well, it's like I never heard the singles before. They just fit so well with the album, and I don't know why. I've literally, quite literally, have never seen this in any other album that I've reviewed. And it's like, I don't know what they did, but they got it right. But I will say, after song 6, I don't know what that song is, but after track 6, I mean, you've heard everything. By the time you get to that song, it's like the rest of the album is like copy paste. I don't know why they decided to do this. I don't think it was intentional, but it just get lost. Every song pretty much sounds the same. There's some elements of each song that, you know, differentiate it from the last, but honestly, it's pretty much like copy paste the song over and over again from track 7 to 13. And it's really unfortunate because I think like a lot of themes get just lost in it, because I think the reason for that is because, you know, Andy isn't writing each song, I don't think. I'm pretty sure he's not. I think he's just writing the lyrics, and the actual song structure and everything is, and, you know, how everything sounds is left up to the studio musicians and the producer. And then they present it to Andy, and he gives it, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down, you know, whatever he feels, and then he writes lyrics to it. So I honestly think that's what, you know, what's happening, and it's just sad because they repeat the same song structure over and over again. They go 5-second intro with like drums or some like electronic stuff or piano. Oh my god, overuse of piano in this album. Overuse for an intro. They go 5-second intro, and they do verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, verse. It's just so predictable. I could literally call out what they were going to do next for most of the songs, and it's really unfortunate because there's so much potential with Andy's writing style, and I think if he actually got with some real, like, not studio musicians and a producer that didn't suck dick, because John fucking Feldman sucks so much ass. I fucking hate him. And I'll elaborate later on about that, but, you know, each song had some kind of dance beat. Each song had some kind of electronic bullshit, and then Andy was talking about how his love for, you know, like 80s and 90s horror rock and like goth rock is just, that's what inspired this album. And I think those elements are only in the song We Don't Have to Dance, and I think it needs more of that. I think it needs more goth rock, you know, that kind of, you know, that kind of aspect of music in the actual album, because what it ended up being is like a like a better version of Panic at the Disco and Fall Out Boy. Honestly, there's nothing musically expansive in this, and that's what I look for in albums. I want something that's like, whoa, did they just like, what the fuck did they just do? Like on the song Homecoming King, where they put a fucking saxophone in there from the guy from Less Than Jake, and I'm like, that is fucking cool, okay? And I mean, that's pretty much the most diverse song of the whole album. Everything else is like copy paste, like I said. And yeah, now I'll elaborate about John Feldmann. John Feldmann, for all the Black Veil Brides fans out there, he produced Wretched and Divine, Story of the Wild Ones. If you're a Black Veil Brides fan, you know damn well that album is the worst album that they have. Set the World on Fire, We Stitch These Wounds, Black Veil Brides 4, all 10 times better. One song from each album is 10 times better than that entire album. That album sucks. And John Feldmann fucking did that album, and he ruined that album, and he ruined this album. I don't blame Andy at all, because Andy, you know, he came through with his vocals, he came through with his lyrics. Andy did 100% on this album, and I think fucking John Feldmann half-assed it. I think that fucking asshole fucking robbed Andy of his talents. I think Andy could have done 10 times better if he got another fucking producer, and if he got... Actually, I don't even really blame the studio musicians, because they're, you know, they do whatever the fucking producer tells them to do. So it's all fucking his fault, I think. Honestly, that's my opinion, because I hate John Feldmann. He was good in Goldfinger, and that's it. Everything else he touches, he ruins. But anyway, I'll quit ranting about that. Like I said, after track 6, there's songs in there that are still pretty good, but like songs like Painted Black, Broken Pieces, and The Void, filler. Filler. And there's so much filler on this album, it's ridiculous. And I feel bad because Andy really wanted to just do something great on this album, and I think he got robbed of it. And, you know, there's nothing really much left to say, because honestly how I feel about this album is that Andy did the best he could do, and someone didn't meet him halfway. Honestly, I don't think it has anything to do with Andy for this album sucking, because he left decisions up to other people, and when he should have just done the made his decisions by himself. So honestly, I'm going to give this album an overall score of a 7 out of 10. I think Andy did some great shit on this album. The fucking lyrics are so good throughout this entire album. The themes he touches upon, you know, his vocals, he really outdid himself on these vocals. So I honestly, the Andy aspect, I can't say it enough, is so good on this album. But just the stereotypical, like, pop dance beat that all the stupid pop punk bands, all the radio, you know, rock bands do now, like Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, they all do that stupid shit. It was overutilized in this album. 1 or 2 songs, fine, you know, do whatever, I don't care. But it's overutilized, and then on top of that, the song structure, you know, a fucking 3rd grader could call it out. So honestly, you know, like I said, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 just because Andy really came through, and this is the record that, you know, really expresses his opinions and his feelings in everyday life, like you said. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed the interview. Hope I didn't piss... Why did I say interview? I meant review. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope I didn't piss anyone off too much. So yeah, if you liked it, leave a like. See ya.